Hi and welcome to Cheeky Crypto. And today guys, we're going to be talking about Cardano. Okay, let's talk Cardano.
Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today we are discussing Cardano ADA, taking a look at both the bear market current positioning and where I think things are going to be going next in that bull market. So this is going to be hopefully a reasonably quick video, kind of giving you the kind of thought pattern that I have for Cardano, where I think it's heading in the bear market, where I think its bottom's likely to be, and then what I think that's going to look like in the next bull market. So as I get into today's video, if you do find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. If you haven't yet joined us in Discord, what are you waiting for? Check it out, linked in the description below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free, and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. So why not go ahead and check it out? Let's jump right down into this video then, kicking things off with the bear market. So for this, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the daily chart here. So this is ADA paired up with USDT daily chart, and we're using BitGet as the data source here. Okay. Now, as you can kind of see here, if you're familiar with Elliott wave theory, we are tracking this next move to the downside. This is an ABC structure. It's a three-wave pattern, and it ends in a five-wave structure by the looks of it. Okay, we're experiencing some volatility right down here into the fifth wave of the third wave. To me, this looks like we are experiencing a diagonal, and we're likely to come down to our low target range, right? This is just the kind of short-term, immediate kind of thought process of where I think ADA is likely to hit. So 21 to 22 cents. However, there will be a bounce upwards and then a further move to the downside. And in the case of the bear market, I think we are likely to see a low point. We haven't got the history here on this particular chart, but we are likely to see a bit of a low point down here at this kind of level. Okay, and what we're talking about is the previous area of resistance that we were finding back in July of 2020. Okay, and we can see this right in here. Now, we got rejected from this point, okay, around 15 cents. And we came down towards the 50 EMA before bouncing back to the resistance, getting rejected for a second time with a higher high, moved down. We failed to break the lows, and then we rallied on through that resistance. Okay, now the times were vastly different, but all this was basically the latter part of November, December 2020. Okay, so we know that this is kind of where we're aiming. We're aiming kind of between the kind of 15 and 18 cent levels for Cardano. Okay, and we can kind of see that noted in here a little ways. That's where I think this C wave is going to be ending for Cardano's ADA. Now, it's not a guarantee, but it is something that I think is likely to be the case. Okay, we've kind of come down very aggressively in what I think to be like double and triple zigzag patterns, and so we're just finding this as the kind of last area for retracement on Cardano ADA, right? So you might not like the idea of price going down, but I think this is a fantastic opportunity in the bear market to accumulate as much ADA as we possibly can before price does get away from us. I do suspect that we are likely to see price drop down just a little ways further so that we can enjoy accumulating a bit more. Now, we are in a bearish structure on our daily time frame. Okay, we can note this from our smart money concept structure, which is a bearish pattern right now. We are, of course, below the 50 EMA and below the 200 EMA, the 50 EMA being below the 200 as well, confirming everything is not looking overly strong on the daily time frame. We can obviously compound this down a little bit further as well by being up in this overbought area on the stochastic RSI on the daily time frame as well. So overbought on the 4 hour, overbought on the hour, overbought on the daily. You kind of get the idea. We're looking for further downside on Cardano's price action. We kind of note that between 21 and 22. But I think for the bear market, we actually have to go down deeper than this. And so we target out between 15 and 18 cents on Cardano's ADA. You can let me know in the comments below whether you think that 15 cent ADA is far too low or whether you think it could potentially go down even deeper. Let me know in the comments. But let's go ahead and now start talking talking about that next bullish market. If we have a bit of an idea as to kind of where the bear market can go, then that's going to allow us to have a bit of an idea on where the bull market can go. In the previous bull market, we saw that started all the way down over here in March of 2020. We saw a fantastic run to the upside back in August of 2021. Okay, now this is an initial kind of surge upwards. We then broke that to the high in, I think it was a little bit later actually. We got to $3.12 or $3.10. Let me see if I can find the exact height one. There we go, $3.10. And that was actually, yeah, August of 2021, sorry. Okay, and so we had a fantastic run, and now we're just in this bear market correction to the downside where we suspect 15 cent. Now, it is possible that the Z wave, as I've marked out here, goes down deeper, but I think this is likely to be the area that we find support on at the moment. As you can notice, a W, X, Y, X, and Z. So we had that fantastic A wave up, and we have this B wave coming down, which is a W, X, Y, X, and Z pattern, which we are looking to finish out between 15 cent. And then from here, we'll get this run to the upside. Now, this is where people's opinions can let me know in the comments just how divided you guys are on this one. But people's opinions do get a little bit rampant at this point because, well, there's certain rules when it comes to Elliott wave theory. So let me go ahead before we talk about where the future price predictions are going to be. And we have an A, B, and C structure. Now, there's some guarantees and some not so guarantees with this. Okay, there's lots of different things that can happen inside a three-wave pattern like this. Essentially, we have a double top situation, right? So in this particular example here, the C wave can stop right there at the double top and then get rejected, okay, and it can come down. So that would be our minimum expectation on a three-wave pattern. So for the case of ADA here, that's minimum expectation at this point is double top at all-time high at $3.10. However, most typically, okay, not a guarantee, but most typically the C wave goes on to being 100% of the A wave, right? So if the A wave is 100%, then the C wave would be 100%. And this actually goes to 123.6%. Okay, so we end up with the C wave mirroring that of the A wave pattern. Okay, and sometimes it can overextend by 23.6%. Okay, so when we know this and we know that the A wave is going to be is mapped in, we got 100% of that move. We know the distance, 17,000% by the way. Okay, and we have a B wave low to, let's say, 15 cent. Okay, so we'll put 15 cent down there. Then we can kind of predict out that the C wave high up here should be somewhere between 100 and 123% that of the A wave. Okay, so a little bit of education there, but for the most part, that explains why we have these numbers up here. In fact, I'm going to get rid of this because we don't need it anymore, and it's just going to clutter up the chart. So where does that C wave go in the next bull market? Well, we've got a couple of interesting things. On the 1 to the 123.6%, it would put the price of ADA between 26.62 and 90.06. Now, wait, I know. Market cap, right, would be far too high. So we have to figure out, okay, how on earth could the market cap possibly be so large, right? And so we need to figure out, okay, well, what does market cap actually, mean, and how does one calculate the market cap? So if we figure out how to calculate a market cap, maybe we can break it backwards and figure it out, right? And so if we have price in one hand and we have the circulating supply in the other, and we just multiply those two things together, you end up with market cap. So that means that we need to have the supply and the price. And so therefore, if the price dictates the market cap, then why would market cap be a barrier to price discovery? It wouldn't, would it? In fact, the price would dictate the market cap, and therefore what moves price is more important than market cap. So what would move price? And well, that would be supply and demand. And so if we have supply and demand under control, then we can see price appreciation. I'm not going to sit here and say, I think ADA is going to go to $90 in the next bull run. I don't think it's going to go that high. I don't. I do think that $26 is going to be a push as it is, but we cannot dispute the mathematical equations of what's being presented in front of us. C waves typically go between 1 and 123%, 123.6% of the A wave. So under the premise of a C wave pattern that we find ourselves in, $26 to $90 is where it would go. And we also know that market cap is no barrier. It's just a simple calculation that is absolute bullshit, just designed to manipulate and control retail investors into thinking something is or is not possible. Essentially, market cap to one side, what's going to squeeze the supply and going to have an increase in demand? Well, for that, we're going to have to see DeFi, for example, explode on the ADA ecosystem, which we are seeing. And of course, we could jump into the world of total value locked, which is over on membership.𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗧𝗏's website. There's a 7-day free trial. Go ahead and sign up to that 7-day free bad boy, and you can go ahead and take a look at total value locked along with all the other analysis that we do on Cardano that will actually give you a pretty good idea as to why it's very possible for a $26 ADA. But ultimately, let's be more realistic. Let's kind of get ourselves grounded in and start thinking, okay, well, maybe we won't push to $26. Where's the next area of probability? And well, price likes to react at the 0.618 fib scale, as well as the 786 fib scale. That would basically mean that price could end up right in this little yellow box right here between $3.71 and $8.75. And again, I would not mind that either. So I think there's a lot to play for here on Cardano. We see some really good, strong fundamental analysis out there. We see some really strong on-chain analysis as well, with good accumulation at some really good key levels, along with total value locked growing at an exponential rate. We're up to over 200% in the last year in terms of TVL. That tells you a very important story about the supply of ADA shrinking down at very significant levels. That could be a big catalyst for price appreciation in the future. So let me know what your thoughts are on all of this down in the comments down below. Really interested to kind of canvass the community's thoughts on ADA. Are you balls deep in ADA, or are in fact you kind of conservative and waiting to see what happens, playing the field a little bit? Let me know in the comments below. Until the next one though, guys, have a fantastic day.